All right. Good afternoon, everyone. This is our senior meeting. Just got a couple of updates that we want to share with everyone. I want to thank everyone for joining us. This is an opportunity for our parents and our senior students to gather some information that we have about an exciting program that we'll be launching this year in just a moment. I do want to say that for those of you that may have questions, if you put those questions in the comments section or in the chat, we'll be able to address those questions that you have. But the purpose of our meeting is to provide you, again, parents and students with some updates relative to some senior activities, as well as our Focus Friday program that will be starting in just the near future. So we'll give a few minutes. We got a few more people that are joining in with us prior to us getting started. So again, as a reminder, get your questions ready and post those in the comments, or you can post that there. We'll be able to grab those questions as you place them there. Additionally, just as a reminder that once this meeting has concluded, this meeting will be live or will be posted on our YouTube page. So you'll have an opportunity to go back. So maybe you didn't hear something or you want to share this information with someone else. You'll have an opportunity to do that, as it will, in essence, live on our YouTube page. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and we'll get started. Just a couple of updates that we have for you. We don't have the date for graduation at this time. As soon as we get that date, we'll be able to share that information with you. I know it's a very exciting time for seniors, for parents, graduation, and getting those tickets and everything. But as of right now, we do not have that information. So as soon as we get it, we will share that with you. As a reminder, the deadline for senior pictures is December 1st. So we're asking students if they would go to Upscale Images. They can schedule their photos there with Upscale Images, and they will then take their photos and then send them over to us. Now, I know some of the photos are a little fancy. They got the nice backdrops and backgrounds. The only photo that we need is the formal picture. So once we get that formal picture, that's what we would need for graduation. Also, we're going to ask our seniors if they've been accepted to a college. We know it's early, it's just September, but if they've been accepted to college already, please make sure they submit those acceptance letters as well as those scholarships information. That is very important because we like to tell the story. We like to brag on our seniors and all the great things that they've accomplished. And so we definitely want to make sure that we can do that anytime that our students have been accepted to a college or they've earned a scholarship. So parents, please encourage students to do that. So that way we can get that information available or share with our community. Also, SAT school day is October 12th, and we had a number of students to sign up and register for the SAT school day. We do have a handful of tests available for purchase. Please make sure you stop by the office in order to secure your spot. Again, we just have a handful of those available. And as we prepare for SAT school day, please make sure you use the Khan Academy website to prepare for that exam. That is a free site, and research and studies have shown that people that regularly use that platform will see an increase in their scores. And so this is important as we talk about scholarships, as we talk about acceptance to some of the colleges that are out there. It's very important that they produce a very good SAT score. So please help us to make sure the students are ready for that. Also, the FAFSA application opens up on October 1st. Students, parents, if you need any help or assistance with that, please make sure you contact Dr. Miller. You'll see his email address is listed down below. As a reminder, there was a change to his email address. So please make sure you use that email address down below. We'll be coming back to this page for those of you that may be writing it down or trying to capture it. We'll come back to this and we'll send this presentation out for everyone so that you guys will have access to it. So as we discuss Focus Friday, again, this is a program that we launched just last school year with the class of 2022, and it was successful. And so we're looking to implement this again with the class of 2023. So the students that we're looking at to participate in this program are our level 4 or our senior students will be offered this opportunity to participate in what we call asynchronous learning, which means that students will still receive assignments, but they'll have the option of completing those assignments virtually. Now, one of the things that we're looking at in order to assist these students is making sure they're maintaining their passing grades in all their classes. So we'll be looking at those grades each week to make sure that students are eligible to participate. We'll also be talking with teachers to make sure that they're understanding and mastering the various standards that are taught in the various classes that the students may be taking. We're also going to be doing checks to make sure the students are on track for graduation. So again, it's making sure that they're passing those classes necessary for graduation. We'll also be monitoring behavior as well in order to make sure that students are doing what they're supposed to do, not only in the classroom, but on campus as well. And so these are the 4 areas that we'll be targeting as we look at Focus Friday. But I also want to remind you, and I've had this conversation with students as well, is that we as the administration can revoke the privileges if we see a number of things, to include academic issues, behavioral concerns, or attendance issues, behavior concerns, as well as any overall academic concerns that we may see. So not those are just some of the things that we'll be looking at in order to determine the eligibility of the students. All right, so here are some scenarios that we may find ourselves in with the students. So student A is passing economics with a 72, but they failed that last quiz on banking policies. The recommendation is going to be that student A is going to attend school in person on Friday. They will be here on Friday. Student B is failing economics. They have a 59. We're going to encourage that student to participate on Friday. The student is going to be expected to come to school on Friday. Now, student C has an 85 in the class, and they passed that last quiz on interest rates. That student will have an opportunity to attend school asynchronously or virtually on Friday. So again, we're going to be looking at all these things. Teachers will be making these recommendations to us in order to help us to determine the eligibility of the students. And so we'll be kind of talking through that process, but I did want to give these scenarios so that way parents, you guys will have a better understanding of what it would take for a student to participate in our Focus Friday program. And so the question is, okay, what are students going to be doing? If they're here on Friday, for our seniors, if they're here on Friday, then what would they be doing? So if they're learning in person, they're going to come to school and they're going to follow the regular bell schedule that we have for Fridays. Attendance is going to be marked each block for them. But the benefit of them being on campus is that they'll have a greater opportunity for remediation, credit recovery, potential enrichment, and opportunities for the extension of learning. So students will still have those opportunities here on campus. Of course, we anticipate that a lot of students will register and want to participate in this program. So that may reduce the class size in some senior heavy classes, which again allows for, again, those greater opportunities for the remediation and their credit recovery. Again, students will still be expected to be here on time for their classes. Now, if the student has been invited to participate asynchronously, the students can work on their own pace. However, the tasks that are given to those students must be completed by Sunday because attendance will be marked on Monday, and that will again be determined by the students completing those assignments. So if they completed their assignments, then they'll be marked as present. If they did not complete those assignments, then that means that student will be marked absent. So again, parents, if your student is participating asynchronously or virtually, please make sure that they complete those assignments that were given to them by Sunday. Again, that is when the teachers are going to be checking. On Monday, that's when teachers are going to be checking to make sure that those things are done. Additionally, students will have additional opportunity for independent practice, enrichment, and extension of learning. Those opportunities will still be available for them if they participate asynchronously. So some logistics, some things that we want to make parents aware of. The assumption is going to be made that all students are going to be required to attend school on Friday, unless you receive a call or a notification from us stating that you've earned the opportunity to participate. So, long story short, if you don't get a call, that means your student needs to come to school. Okay, so if you don't get a call, your student will need to come to school. And so, what we're going to be doing on Wednesday, we'll be sending notifications out. So, every Wednesday, your student will get a notification letting you know that. Now, very important, we want to make sure that we have the correct information. So we're going to send a call out, we're going to do an email, we're going to do a text. However, we got to make sure we have the correct and updated contact information for you. So if there are any changes that we need to make, please let us know that, so that way we can make sure that the information goes to the correct place. Again, we're going to be starting, the information will come out on Wednesday. If you don't hear anything, that means that your senior should report to school. Now, for those students that are required to be in person on Focus Friday and were absent, they have now forfeited the opportunity to participate in Focus Friday. They will then need to report on Fridays going forward until that opportunity has been returned back to them. So please make sure that you're getting that correct communication and you're, as parents, assisting us in enforcing those expectations for students. Now, the question has often been, this is the question that we got a lot last year, has been, okay, what if my student is participating in Focus Friday and they've earned an opportunity to not come to campus? They can participate asynchronously, but they still want to come to school. And that is perfectly fine. We are perfectly okay with students coming to school. Again, it may be an opportunity for them to get some additional assistance or support in the class. It may also be an opportunity for them to meet with the school counselor, maybe to go over some scholarship opportunities, maybe assistance with the FAFSA application. It may be support in completing a college application. Students will still have the opportunity to come to school even if they've been invited to participate asynchronously. I'm going to just take a pause here. Again, if there are any questions that anybody has, please make sure you post those in the comments, so that way we can grab those questions and make sure that we can address those while we're going through this live session. So what are some of the benefits of participating in Focus Friday? As we looked at this last year, I mean, we saw a number of things. A couple of things I do want to highlight. It provides some opportunities for individualized college and career readiness counseling. So again, fewer seniors are here. So it provides our school counselors greater opportunities to interact with the students and provide more one-on-one support for them. Of course, with a number of our students, we know that families have different needs and various needs. Sometimes that flexibility can assist and support families as well. And it also allows for our students to create greater ownership of their learning, because again, they're going to be out on Friday, but they still have assignments and things to do. So in many instances, it serves as great practice for our students who will be participating in post-secondary education, because that's going to be the environment that they're going to find themselves in just a few short months. So what are our next steps? Where are we going with this? So next week, you will receive a link to register. That link will come to you via text or email. So very important, please make sure your information is correct in PowerSchool. Again, please make sure that information is correct in PowerSchool. You can call the school and ask to speak with our information specialist, and we can show you that process in order to make sure that your contact information is updated. We will only be able to accept registration for Focus Friday through the link that is sent. So we cannot, have a student say, well, my mom said it's okay, or my dad said it was fine. You must register for Focus Friday through that link. And only those students who have registered will be able to participate. And those are the students that our teachers are going to be checking in order to verify whether or not a student is eligible for Focus Friday. Now, we anticipate that we will start on the 14th of October, and that first notification will be sent by the 12th of October. Okay, so the 12th of October is when that first notification will be sent, and the first Friday in which students can participate in our Focus Friday program will be October 14th. So again, once you get that link, and that information will come to you on Monday. Once you receive that link, then you can go ahead and start registering, and you can start preparing for your students to participate in this Focus Friday program on October 14th. All right, I will pause here and I will take any questions that anyone has. I do want to kind of scroll back to the beginning. I just want to make sure I go over a couple of things that we talked about in the beginning. I know we had a few people that came in just a little bit after we started. Again, just as a reminder, we do not have a date for graduation at this time. Again, once we receive that information, we'll definitely share that with you so that you can make plans and preparations for that. We don't have an amount as far as tickets are concerned. We don't know what that number is just yet. So again, once we receive all that information, we will definitely share that information with you. Our deadline for senior pictures is December 1st. So please make sure that you get those senior pictures in. You can go to Upscale Images and they'll be able to take the photo. Again, all we need is the formal photo. All we need is the formal photo. However, once you taking those pictures with Upscale Images, they will send that information over to us. So please make sure you get that information in by December 1st. Also, make sure you submit your acceptance letters and your scholarships. We want to make sure we get that information in. We love to brag on our seniors. We love to brag on all of our students. So please help us in doing that by getting that information into us so that we can recognize these great accomplishments that the class of 2023 has made. SAT School Day is October 12th. We're encouraging students to conduct their practice utilizing Khan Academy. That's a free website that they can utilize, and they'll be able to use those SAT scores to assist them in earning scholarships. Many scholarship agencies are still looking at SAT scores for students in order to make determinations about awards. So please help us get the students prepared for the SAT. And then finally, the FAFSA opens up on October 1st. The FAFSA is the free application for federal student aid. I do want to emphasize, and I did talk about this with our seniors on last Friday, that this is a free application. So you should not pay anybody to do your FAFSA form. This is a free application. So please make sure that if you need any assistance, you need any support, that you contact Dr. Miller. His email address is right there for you so that you'll have it. One other thing that I want to just remind everybody of today is that this information will be posted on our YouTube page. So once we conclude this broadcast, the information will be posted on our YouTube page for you to come and view. So just in case maybe you missed it, maybe there was a question that you had, you want some clarification, you want to just go back over it again, please feel free to go to our YouTube page in order to view this presentation so that way you can gather more information about the Focus Friday program as well as some of the updates that we made as well. All right, I'm just checking into the comments. I didn't see any questions there. However, I will pause for just a second. I just want to make sure if anybody has any questions that we can get any of those questions that you may have there as well. All right, I don't see any questions there. As always, please feel free to give us a call, send me an email so that we can address any questions that you may have. Again, this video will be posted on our YouTube page, so you'll have access to it. We'll also send the link out for you so that you can go back and view this as well. Again, thank you so much for a great day. We're looking forward for a great year for our seniors. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Thank you and have a great day.